How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at all the Blu-rays and DVDs I bought for November 2024. Yeah, hard to believe the month is over so quick, which I feel like I say that all the time, but especially for November, it goes really fast and all of a sudden the days start to get really short, it starts to get really cold outside, and then it's Thanksgiving and the month is over and we're off into Christmas season. Let's hope that's fun. But what did I get during this month? I have 18 movies to show you guys, 4 of which are Blu-rays. There's some big stuff I was really excited to get, also some little cheesy stuff, and some sequels I was really glad to pick up. A really good little pile of movies, and I think there's some fun stuff in there. So anyway, without further ado, let me show you the things, so let's go ahead and switch to the close-up camera. Alright, here we are inside the castle, taking a closer look at all the Blu-rays and DVDs I bought for November 2024. And let's start off with the big new release. I picked up the Blu-ray DVD combo pack of MaXXXine. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar, this is the third film in the X trilogy, once again directed by Ty West, who did X and Pearl, and stars Mia Goth there. I actually found out there's another version of this cover without the X, and it's just the picture of her and it's like less red. I think I gotta go with the version with the X in it because I have the Pearl cover and the X cover with the X. Line them up, it looks really good. But if you want to see all three together, I did do a collection video for the whole trilogy, and this one's pretty fun. I do think the other two are better. This one is a little rambly and the mystery's not great, but we get to see MaXXXine from the first film. It's the 80s now and she's trying to make it in Hollywood while we get a giallo-style killer picking off her friends. This is a pretty fun movie. Anyway, under artwork, the same as the regular cover, and if we crack it open, white and blue disc. Put that in, and let's move on to the next thing. I actually was able to pick up for just $5 a piece both Sinister 1 and Sinister 2 at my used movie shop. I had Sinister 1 before, but it was on DVD, and the DVD looked a little worse for wear. I got it on clearance, but to get the upgrade, I think was totally worth it, and now I have both of them. The first Sinister really is a classic. You got Ethan Hawke there, and he's a true crime paranormal writer, and in order to get inspiration, he moves into a house where a crime took place and finds creepy, disturbing videos in the attic that detail how these crimes were committed. It's really good. It's Scott Derrickson. He's the same guy that did The Exorcism of Emily Rose, Deliver Us from Evil, and The Black Phone. This is one of his and one of Blumhouse's best movies. Slide it out. Under artwork is the same as the over, and crack it open, and there's your blue disc there. Sinister 2, I don't remember being that bad, but it's definitely not as good as the first. It kind of suffers because after watching the first one, you know what's going on, so there's not as much of a mystery. I remember it being okay, but I only saw it once, and that was a while ago. I should probably do a double feature rewatch and see how these hold up, because even for the first one, it's been a minute now. Slide it out. Same as the front. And there's your shiny Blu-ray disc there. And then for the last Blu-ray, I have a Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Satan's Cheerleaders. And yeah, this is the random horror insanity that I absolutely do love. I think this was from the 80s, and it's about this creepy janitor, and I think he's like trying to summon the devil and possess the cheerleaders or something. I really do love just campy old 80s horror, and I found this for really cheap again at my used movie store, and I just had to pick it up there. But yeah, Satan's Cheerleaders, and there's some information on the back. I do love. This is a VCI. They're not talked about as much as, you know, say Scream Factory or Severin, but they do put out some good stuff, and just last month, we got their release of Dark Night of the Scarecrow. Crack it open, Blu-ray and DVD there. Now let's move on to the DVDs, and the first one we have is The Last Breath. This is a new-to-DVD shark movie, and if you guys don't know, during the summer, I look at shark movies, and I've basically covered most of the ones that I've picked up, so I really need to get some more shark movies. Saw this sitting there, and I thought, sounds good, let's get it. I'm going to need it for summer. I should really go on and get a bunch more shark movies, because I'm gonna need them. But the back talks about how there's this shipwreck, and a recent earthquake unveiled it, and they're gonna go down there and dive. And of course, there's going to be a shark there. There's some information on the bottom. Slide it out, crack it open, and there's the disc. Now, this is not made by Shudder. It's put out by RLJE, and we even get an ad for AMC Plus, but yeah, did not see the Shudder logo anywhere, so I guess I'll put this in the camp of, I can't believe it's not Shudder. There are a few movies kind of like that. Anyway, after that, we move on to two new movies that I picked up for November because of Thanksgiving. Amityville Thanksgiving and Amityville Turkey Day. I had to order these online because, yeah, good luck finding these in stores. But the Amityville films, basically somewhere along the way, someone figured out that if you set your movie in Amityville, you can just call it Amityville, and we get a bunch of unofficial entries in the franchise. A lot of them are really bad, and these two are no exception. Actually, these two are among the worst. This is the first movie, and Turkey Day's the sequel, and this killer turkey, yeah, he's not in this movie, but flip it to the back, and this is actually like an evil marriage counselor who's trying to seduce people's wives and sacrifice people to the devil and impregnate them to make a demon baby. Yeah, it's not a fun Thanksgiving style movie. It's just awkward people talking to the camera and rambling about their sex life. It really is a runtime padding clickbait style movie. This is, yeah, one of the worst Amityville movies. Crack it open, there's the turkey on the disc. Well, the sequel, we do have the picture of the turkey once again, and the turkey is in this movie. He does not look near that good. He's a little hand puppet, but basically the actor that played the evil marriage counselor died in real life, so they said that the turkey was his demonic son, and some people go and film a movie about the first movie, and they get picked up by the killer turkey. It's still bad and rambly, but at least in this one, something actually happens. Yeah, these two movies are not great, but the second one is a little better, but it is just that lazy filmmaking that I really can't appreciate. They even joke in this one about how people don't want to be there and people aren't getting paid and how the actors don't have a script and they have to improv things. So yeah, that is the level of filmmaking we're dealing with here. Let's move on to the next one. I actually have two, well, kind of three found footage films. I picked up Grave Encounters 2 and the first two VHS Violence movies. Grave Encounters 2, I saw the first one. I don't think I ever saw the second, but the first Grave Encounters is you have like a Ghost Adventure style team, and they find a real haunted asylum. And the second one is about a guy who's found the footage and he thinks it's real and he's gonna go try to track them down. I hear this is actually pretty good and I've been wanting to watch it, so I'll probably watch these two back to back sometime. And yeah, brought to you by, where is it? Tribeca Film, supported by founding partner American Express. And we even get the little American Express logo down at the bottom. Hey, whatever you gotta do to release your movie, right? There's Tribeca's little flyer, and there's the disc. After that, we have VHS Violence 1 and 2. I stumbled across this on IMDb, and VHS is one of those things like we talked about Amityville earlier. There's the potential to make a ton of VHS mockbusters. I think the slashes in the VHS logo are what gives it its trademark, but I think this is really the only one that legitimately did a VHS found footage anthology. This is the first two, and they made a third one that I don't think ever had a DVD, but like a woman finds a VHS tape labeled Watch Me, and it has an anthology of films on it. And I do love how it has the music style warning there for the content, and then if we crack it open, it has the video game style warning for the content on the disc. That's crazy, but I do love this, like, muscle guy holding the camera and how it's like an old school painting and stuff, and the little sticker. This thing looks pretty fun. I mean, it is a mockbuster, so I know chances are it's not going to be great, right? But I have to check it out, and I'm hoping it'll be cool. Moving along, we have Cemetery Man. This is one that I've been wanting to get for quite a while. It's actually directed by Mikhail Solvay, who was the guy that did Stage Fright, and Stage Fright is one of my favorite slasher movies. So I've been looking for this. It was a little hard to find the DVD, but it's this guy who his job is to watch the cemetery and kill the undead as they pop out. However, he's going to fall in love with a beautiful woman and start to question what he's doing. We get him there in the cemetery. I love this old DVD cover. There he is on the spine, and we get Anchor Bay. Whenever I see Anchor Bay stuff, I always try to give it a look at because they put out some good stuff, and some of it is getting kind of rare. There's the special features section, and we get almost a Beetlejuice tombstone there. That's pretty cool. Crack it open, and we do have the booklet there, and there's the disc, and freaking GK put their initials on it. Oh well, though. After that, I got The Eye 2. Last month, if you guys remember in the haul, I picked up The Child's Eye, which is the fourth The Eye movie, and I looked at my collection, and I had 1 and the remake, and I realized I needed 2 and 3. The Eye 2, not super hard to find, so I went ahead and grabbed that. And the description on the back is a little vague, saying this time around it's a pregnant woman, and we get her there on the wall, this cool up-angle shot, and an old rental sticker. And yeah, this isn't a rental case. This is kind of a weird little opening mechanism, and there's the disc with the sticker on it. But as someone had pointed out to me, these rental cases, they may not look pretty, but they are incredibly sturdy because they had to be dropped through that bin and handled by a bunch of people. But there's The Eye 2. I think when I finally get the third one, I need to do that big marathon. After that, I got another set of movies from this MidNite movies series. I have a bunch of these. I'm trying to collect the double features whenever I can. And this one has Wild in the Streets and Gassss with a lot of S's. And there's the spine, and flip it to the back, and it talks about how in Wild in the Streets, they let teenagers vote, and they vote in like a rock star for president. And then the other one, there's a gas that makes everyone over the age of 25 die. So it's a double feature about like youth in revolt. So, sounds interesting. These things are usually horror, so it's a little off the beaten path not to have a horror movie, but you know what? I'll check it out and I'll see what's up. But always glad to add another one of those. Moving along, I found Volume 2 of Troma Dance. I had Volume 1 already, and they made like 5 of these things. But basically, Troma Dance was an independent film festival put out by Troma. You know them for The Toxic Avenger, Class of Nukem High. They made a lot of great cheesy video rental store day movies, and this is their film festival, so we get over 3 hours of shorts. And yeah, I definitely want to pick all of these up. They look really good. And then we get Troma was always about independent film. We get this kind of biting statement here. Give independent film back to the people. Yeah, that's kind of a scary thought there. The fact that even independent film is not made by real independent people, that's pretty scary. And there's the disc, and there's a booklet, and we can see some of the stuff that are in there. Anyway, moving right along, I did get a Dollar Tree release. I used to do whole video series about Dollar Tree movies I'd gotten, but they get DVDs in less and less now, and whenever I go there, it's usually the same old stuff, but I did find something that I hadn't had, so I'm gonna put it in here. Carver, Screaming Only Excites Him. And we get this woman with her mouth covered up. Flip it to the back, and it talks about how they're these group of teens, and they go to a slaughterhouse where a supposedly based on real life movie was set, and they go there and find that the movie was indeed based in real life, and the characters are going to come for them. Sounds a little bit like Texas Chainsaw Massacre is what they're trying to go at, and I'm hoping this one turns out fun. Crack it open, and we get this white disc here. Anyway, these are the movies that I hadn't gotten before. I did pick up some dupes, and let me explain. I got a lot of multi-packs in the past, but there are some single editions of movies that I had on multi-packs that I kind of want to get individual releases for a number of reasons. But here's like the first one, Paranormal Activity 4, the unrated edition. I got this relatively cheap, and part of the reason for that is the lead actress in the movie, the blonde girl, is actually coming to a convention that I'm hoping to be able to go to in like 6 months. But I'm hoping to get her to sign this. That would be really cool. I love the Paranormal Activity franchise. I love found footage, and I would love to get that. I don't know why people bring in like posters or they want photos signed. I always want my DVDs signed, so that's my plan for this, even though I do have the 6-pack of movies. There's the spine, and there's the back. And the strange thing here is I saw online this picture being the one that everyone had on the front, but you flip it here and mine has this picture on the front. A little bit weird, but I don't mind. More negative space will be better for the autograph. I'm hoping I get that. And there's the disc there. Anyway, after that, I did get Friday the 13th, the final chapter. I showed you guys a little bit ago, I had picked up a few of the other standard editions, and 5 through 8 have these really cool orange artworks, but this was like a poster that I absolutely love. I think this is like my favorite Friday the 13th poster. I love Jason's mask with the knife going through it, and I don't know why we're missing the chevrons here, but whatever. I wanted to pick this up for this poster, and that's the thing, is you do miss some of the art when you do get those big box sets. And also with these standard editions, I do want to get the signatures of the Jasons, so hopefully I'll get to meet some Jasons when they go to conventions. But there's the disc on the inside. This is a standard edition. Eventually we would get those red, black, and white editions with all the special features, but I love that poster. Talking about another poster I like, I did get Halloween 2 with the classic Scarface poster. Boy, I love this image, and I'm so glad to finally pick it up. Now, I do have all the Halloween movies on Blu-ray, so this is a new format, which I'm glad to be getting the new format. And again, I would love to get the Michael Myers actors' signatures on these things, but I'm glad to finally pick this up. I didn't pay too much for it, but I really, really wanted to get that Scarface artwork. And there's the disc with that Scarface artwork as well. And I also found this for really cheaply. Again, I only have the Halloween films on Blu-ray, so the DVDs aren't necessarily double dipping, but this is part 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, and I love this kind of goofy poster where it's blue, and she kind of looks painterly in the knife there. I don't really know what's up with this. Yeah, part 6 did go off the rails. It's not too bad. I heard that the DVDs for 4 and 5 are actually really hard to find, so I'll have to keep an eye out for those, especially because, yeah, Danielle Harris is an autograph I would like. And there's the shiny disc with the booklet there. Alright, so not a bad haul. I got 4 Blu-rays, shark movie, Amityville movie, found footage movies, lots of cool stuff. Definitely do like it. And overall, a pretty good haul for this month. And hopefully in the future I can get some of these guys signed because they would make such cool pieces. Anyway though, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll leave a relevant playlist on the bottom. This should be my monthly movie hauls playlist. If you guys want to see me talk about more movies, you should be able to find them there. I've done this since October of, I believe, 2022, so there's over 2 years worth of movie hauls. If you want to see a lot more of this, you can find those there. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Relevant playlist on the bottom. Have a good day now.